Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. Yes, this is brand spanking new, never done before. I am here, myself, Queen Ice White, alongside Chroma, my best friend here. Please feel free to say hello.
Hello, how is everyone doing today?
I hope everyone's doing great.
I
This
hope so as
is
well.
This is oh my god, I've been waiting to do this for so freaking long. So I, I am hands down excited, and we're gonna get straight down to business. So I'm gonna quickly pull up chat.
Mm,
Oh, Doom. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome.
hello,
Well,
everyone.
look at that. Jumping straight into it. How am I? How are you, Doom? How are you? How is your day going?
I hope that it's going well.
Holy moly, I can't believe we're doing this. This is
I
insane.
know.
Oh my gosh. But welcome, welcome, welcome everybody. Um w- Chroma and I have been wanting to do this for a very long time, and we
Mm,
thought that, it was without a doubt overdue, considering a majority of this, pardon me, a majority of this were coming from the Gamers Layer. We wanted to push some new content, and specifically, he and I wanted to go into depth about what it's like when it comes to having mental health, living with mental health, and also just being general advocates for mental health. So, I mean, without further ado, this is Depresso Espresso. You can't go without your espresso. A little bit of serotonin from some good coffee never helps.
it's very accurate, very
Oh
accurate.
my goodness, I don't know how many times I've had a bad day before, and then a good
Mm,
amount of espresso just perked me right the hell up. It's the little things. But yeah,
yeah.
overall, I mean, this series is pretty much going to be based around mental health as a whole, and we're going to be looking for a majority of you guys to interact with us. Yeah, no, I have you on PlayStation Doom, so I'm glad you mentioned that. Uh, but yeah, you actually got us going right off on the right track. So without further ado, we're gonna dive straight into it and go into the question of the day. And with that being, Chroma, how are
Oh,
you?
how are you? So this question is a loaded question.
Of
No matter
course,
what day you're having, to be
of
honest.
course.
Um, I'm okay. I want to be truthful in this podcast, since it's about mental health and everything.
Mhm.
I'm doing okay. I'm very neutral today. I'm not having a bad day and I'm not having a good day. I'm just having a
Mhm.
very very neutral day.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with
With
that.
with like a sprinkle of anxiety.
A
How
sprinkle
are
of
you today?
anxiety. I always love the question. Um, I think I'm okay, honestly. Productive day, or actually, you know what? I'm not gonna say it's a productive day. I would say that it is a decent day. Productive, not as much as I thought it would be. I I thought I was gonna be able to get out of bed earlier today with
Hmm.
the way I set my alarms and everything like that, and I didn't get out of bed. I didn't want to move. I felt like crap when I woke up, and I decided, you know what? I'm not going to leave bed until I'm ready. And when I was ready, it was time for me to stream Lovebird Gaming. And
Mm,
it did make me feel like crap a little bit because I wanted to clean, I wanted to exercise, I wanted to get a lot of stuff done. And I
mhm,
didn't. But there's always tomorrow. There's always, 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 always tomorrow. And
mhm.
I always have to remind myself of that sometimes because depression's no joke, you guys.
Very
And
true.
it'll make you feel like a failure at times for not getting something done right
Mhm.
away or not doing it all that day, but the sun always rises in the
Mhm.
morning, and that means you have a fresh start. And never feel guilty about procrastinating, because when it comes to depression, and as long as you manage to get it done, you will be successful. There's no failure in trying.
In any way.
Oh, of
Even
course
if
not.
you're doing small things at a time or a lot of things at once, as long as you're getting it done, then it's okay. It's okay to take your time with it. But yeah, that's a feeling that we I say we, that a lot of people with mental illness get, the feeling
Mhm,
of not being able to get up in the morning. I get that feeling, or I got that feeling quite often back in high school, uh, and it was rough. It was like chronic every single day. Did not want to get up. Did not want to go to
mhm.
school at all. Did not want to do any chores or anything like that, and it sucks. But when you have people in your corner, it makes you feel a little bit better.
Oh, without a doubt, without a
Yeah,
doubt.
yeah,
Doom, did you wanna talk about, how you're doing? Like, how you're actually doing?
yeah. Please tell us. I mean, this podcast is about sharing, so
It's sh
share.
yeah, share
Share
all
as
you
much
like.
as you
There
want
is
or as little as you want.
exactly. On top of it, this is as safe zone as it's gonna get.
It's gonna get.
What?
What'd you
Yeah,
say?
as safe as it's gonna get.
Oh, safe as it's gonna get. I thought you cut
Safe
off your
zone.
your sentence there.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
have a habit of doing that. I gotta stop doing that.
that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, this is a safe zone and a place where you can share freely. So don't feel bad if even if you don't want to share. It's all good. Safe zone. But yeah, we would love to have viewers like tell us how they're doing and interact with us. That would be very, very nice. So now that we've gotten the question of the day out of the way, what do we want to talk about today?
I mean, we could easily go straight into it. Let's see. Well,
Oh, Dean
ooh,
actually has a
perfect.
message.
Perfect.
He says, "Well, I have a learning disability and I'm very autistic, and people were mean to me in school, and I got beat up in school. That's why I get depressed a lot. And my girlfriend left me because of that." I I understand how it feels to have a learning disability. For a long time I didn't know what was wrong with me in school. I had a lot of trouble with math and other different subjects in school, and I used to have meltdowns when trying to do my homework because I just thought that I was stupid. But as I grew and learned and educated myself, basically, I figured out that I had a learning disability, and I think it's tough to get help as an adult when you realize this stuff, because a lot of the support groups and stuff like that are for youth. I've
Mhm.
noticed,
Yeah.
um, and that's good. That's good that there's support groups and health benefits for the youth. Uh, but I feel like it's really tough to get that sort of help when you're an adult. So if you're still a minor, go for that help while you can. Um, Unfortunately, I can't what's it called, relate to the autistic part. But I have ADHD, which kind of like meshes with autism a lot.
Yeah, with a lot of STEM and oversensitivity in regards
Yeah,
to that. Yeah, they've slowly but surely been bringing ADD and ADHD under the umbrella of
mhm,
autism. It's on the lower end next to Asperger's, I believe.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
but once again, autism, it is literally called autism spectrum disorder, because
Mhm. Because it's on a
the
spectrum.
function, yeah, it's literally on a spectrum, and the functionality of how people are on a day to day can range, and the level of autism that affects one person can vary with another person. And honestly, I that's one thing that I can't wait to uh,
Explore.
dive into and explore
Mhm.
further. Once I have my degree, I do want to get a specialization in autism in adolescents and adults, mainly because the kids that I've met, the adults that I've met,
Mhm.
are unbelievably smart and creative, and I I I'm speechless half the time with the way, things turn out or what they say. I love how it's just straight honesty all the time, and that
Right.
is one thing that I admire because with a lot of neurotypical people, it's easy for them to just skate underneath the rug or beat around the bush and avoid a conversation over something, or simply because it doesn't pertain to them or they wanna lie about it, whereas most people that I've met on the spectrum are just so honest and they tell you like it is. They tell you exactly how they feel when they feel it, or they can communicate non-verbally or physically in a way to express themselves. And most neurotypical people can't do that. I-
Mhm.
it's unbelievable. And I hate the stigma that's around it because I mean overall, hold on.
Hold
I'm
it.
just here to make new friends and have fun, but people are very rude to me, and they do get very, it's hard what I'm going through. Of course, it's difficult, and you know what? You need to steer clear of all those negative people and the people that are being
Mm.
disrespectful simply because they are naive. They don't understand. Hey, werewolf, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Oh, welcome. I did not see your comment. Sorry.
Overall, steer clear of them because they one don't understand and two they don't want to understand. um if they're gonna be right out the gate rude and disrespectful and don't know how to adapt, and of course most neurotypical people do not know how to adapt
Mhm.
in most given situations depending on the severity of um the functionality of someone with autism, but it's it's the people that open up themselves to it, and it's the people that want to make everyone feel welcome and loved all the time, and that is very rare in form.
Mhm.
But doom, don't feel bad because you will find the right people in your life. It's just it's gonna be frustrating. It's going to be very frustrating at first, and at times it'll be overwhelming, but you will know you have the right people in your life because of how they treat you, because of how they talk to you, with you, how they include you in conversations, how they adapt to your conversations, and how you compose yourself.
Yeah, and there's a couple things I want to add on that. With the friends, if you find that you have friends that don't care for your feelings or don't believe that your feelings are true and are there, then the easiest thing to do is to find new friends. And I know that's hard to find new friends, but like when I was in high school, I cut off so many people from my life because they were just bad for me and they were very toxic, and if I kept being around them, they would make me a toxic person in turn, you know? And I was able to get away from that, and I was able to cut off those people and make amazing new lifelong friends. Like this girl has been with me since like the beginning of high school, or almost the beginning of high school.
Yeah, yeah,
We've been
10
friends
years
for
ago.
almost 10 years now, yeah. And it's amazing to find those people that you just stick with forever. Um, it also helps when you share mental illnesses, to be honest.
True, true. Yeah, honestly, it does make it easier because then you have someone in your corner who, without a doubt, understands you
Mhm.
and wants to support you, and it's tough. It is tough because at the end of the day, um, what's it called? At the end of the day, sometimes I could be overwhelmed and shut down, and that could cause anxiety for Aiden, or that could trigger something in him that I didn't mean to do. But the good thing about our dynamic is we will call each other out on our bullshit. And it
Oh,
might not be in the moment, it might be after the fact, and it might be giving it 24 hours to be like, hey, I know that you're struggling right now, but you need to understand, like, this is not how to go about it. You cannot do this to the people around you. Let us
mhm.
be here for you. We're not going to push anything. Like, the communication is there because over the last 10 years, and I mean, it's still adapting. It's still adapting every day. It's still
Of course,
adapting
of
every single
course.
day. I mean, there was a week or so ago where my mental health wasn't the greatest, and I was in a state of crisis where I will admit that I probably should have uh, taken the steps to call a crisis line, but I didn't. I took it upon myself to try to push through it, which was not smart of me, but I'm still here, of course.
Mhm.
I knew my limits and I got to the point where I wasn't sure if I was going to surpass it or not. And hey, Fabian, welcome, welcome.
Welcome, welcome.
Um, but I mean, that was a point where I was still learning stuff about myself. And of course, after the fact, once I let Aiden back in and Paul, aka Kano, who you guys have seen on my channel multiple times, um, it, I had to communicate. It's the communication, and
Mhm,
it's the learning about yourself and learning about the people around you, and it's the just common sense,
mhm,
which doesn't always come right away, especially for certain disorders, especially like I don't know a lot about some of the stuff that's going on with me, specifically in regards to some of my diagnosis, which this one over here yelled at me. he,
mhm.
he's like, dude,
Yeah.
you're experiencing imposter syndrome right now. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, it's like, chill. It's just chill for a second, etc.
Yeah. Well, the thing is,
Hey, Buck. Hey, Bucky.
but
Yeah, I'm calling Cam, my Cam, Bucky.
oh, oh, I see
This way,
that. Hello, hello.
Your Cam is baby boy forever. Yeah, I'm happy to
Gotcha.
have you, dude. Yeah, don't ever hesitate to reach out. If you're not in the Discord, please don't hesitate to go into the description and join the Discord. I'm gonna make sure that I make a Depresso Espresso corner in the Discord, so this way you guys can interact with myself, Aiden, and other people struggling with mental health issues. Um, Mainly for the sake of support and everything. Fabian, I did say hello to you.
We said hello, hello, demon. We love you. We love
Mhm.
you. Yeah, but
You know I can never, ever, ever miss your chats, sir. Oh my goodness.
but
But yeah.
going back into the like when you're having a crisis, it's really really tough to talk to people when you're having a crisis because you're already in your own head,
Mhm.
and it's kind of tough to get out of your own head when you're dealing with stuff like that. So when you try and talk to people, it gets overwhelming really, really fast. And that's why we give our talks breaks sometimes. Like communication is absolutely key, but sometimes you just have to not communicate, if that makes sense. Like not communicate, but like communicate like, hey, I hear you, I see you, I understand what you're going through. If you don't want to talk, we don't have to talk, like that sort of stuff is also very important to do. And then when both parties are ready, or however many parties there are ready, then you go back to the conversation and you address the concerns. And I feel like because we've had such communication over our friendship and like understand each other to an extent, that's probably why we've been friends so long.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, there have
Because
been
if we
times where
didn't do
we
that,
fought over stuff, etc.
yeah, of
Um,
course, but friends do that. You know, they disagree and they fight, but
oh yeah,
I
definitely.
feel like at the end of the day, I can't believe I just said that. But I feel like at the end of the day, it brings us closer. Screw you, Paul. That slipped out.
No,
Honest to God, I did not expect that, but yeah. For context, Paul, Taylor's significant other, he says this thing at the end of the day, and I hate it for some reason. I have no reason to hate it. I just do. Uh, and he has made it like slip out every once in a while out of me. It sucks,
oh,
but I'll
no, it's
take it.
great. He's corrupted. 2019. I am honestly curious, if you don't mind, Buck.
Yeah, share your story.
Are for your depression when you first experienced it, is this something that's ongoing for you? Have you
Is it something
been
that's more because of
managing?
COVID, maybe?
Mhm.
Because there's a lot of mental illness right now that's being heightened because of COVID, unfortunately. But yeah, I know how you feel. Trust me, man. Co- uh, Dealing with COVID and mental illness is a little hard.
Ugh, man, I don't even know how the hell. Uh, it's just weird because I have this issue where come on, Liz.
With
Liz. Well, at the end of the day, it's part of your vocab now.
thank you, Lewis. I appreciate that so much.
Oh my god.
Oh, Doom, I'm very sorry to hear that. My
Oh,
condolences.
my severe condolences. Sincere what? What's a severe condolence?
A very aggressive condolence.
Oh my god. Yeah, aggressive, all aggressive and full of love
Yeah,
condolences. Super
uh, can
severely
be
sincere
can be as
condolences.
well. My condolences.
Oh
It's
my gosh.
I have a very large family and I've lost a lot of people in my family. And even if you don't know them very well or know them a lot, it's still hard to deal with that. So I know exactly what you're saying. Hey
Yeah.
Deathstick, what's up, man?
Hey,
How you doing?
Destic, welcome, welcome, welcome. How the hell are you?
Yeah, how are you doing, Deathstick? Really? Be genuine. How are you? Alright.
For those of you just joining us, welcome to Depresso Espresso, the first official Gamers Lair Table Talk podcast series.
Mm-hmm.
And just a little sneak peek, there are going to be more series coming soon
Yes,
to
yes.
a channel near you.
Definitely. Deathstick is doing amazing. Very glad to hear that, Deathstick.
That's
Really,
amazing, Destic. Much love to you. If I
yes,
could hug you, I would. I want to rub off that amazing and steal some of that.
yeah,
That would be great.
same.
Actually, I shouldn't have phrased it that way, but whatever.
Maybe give us a sprinkle of amazing
Yeah,
would be nice.
a dash of flavorful.
Mm. Should
Flavorful.
we
What is my brain doing?
should we maybe go into maybe the stigma around mental health or mental
Mm,
illness? I feel like that's good.
of course, of course. And while I'm doing that, I am going to drop this really quickly into the screen. It is important, as we did mention, having crises. So for this, it is National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. It is available 24/7 at 860-273-860-800. I can't even read. Oh my gosh.
We're
800-273-8255 and 800-799-4889 for people hard of hearing. For those of you that cannot t- um, call over the phone, that has a lot of anxiety behind that, there is a text form that you can message, or for those that are deaf, you can message that number as well. So you can text talk in all capital letters TALK to 741-741. I want to make sure that's on the screen because when it comes to mental health, a lot of people, and it doesn't help either, that in especially in regards to mental health and social media and media as a whole, it has been overdone in TV shows and movies and dressed up and made to look like people are absolute psychopaths, and it's been romanticized.
Mm.
There's so many red flags out there for mental health, and it has definitely built up a stigma. Thankfully, now we have a lot of mental health advocates now in the years that have passed recently. I would say in the last decade, we
Mhm.
definitely have an increase of mental health advocacy across celebrities and across social media, which is a beautiful thing because I want to say in the early 2000s, between 2000 2010, it was very hush hush. Like you struggled by yourself.
Oh yeah, it was taboo to talk about. At
A
least like
very, very
within my
taboo.
family and culture.
Well, and that's another thing that we definitely need to talk about, the stigma within cultures as well, because
Mhm.
that is something that is very, very, very common, and it sucks at times because, um, depending on how you're raised, it was a don't ask, don't tell type scenario. Hey,
Yeah.
Steel Shark, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey, Theo. How are you doing
Good to
today,
see
Theo?
some familiar faces up in here. It's good to see everybody chatting and opening up. Once again, this is a safe space, so you never, never have to worry about anything bad happening here. And I will nip
Hmm.
that shit in the bud
Yes,
because
absolutely.
I'm a protective soul here. That is without saying. I don't know how many times Iden has gotten mad at me for being like, "Hey, you need to chill out. Like, you about to bite somebody's head off." And I'd hate to always be like that, but at the same time, honestly, if I came at you for being disrespectful or for someone disrespecting you, it's within reason. It's always within reason. It's always out of love, 24/7. Hopefully your
Yeah,
class went
yeah.
well, Steel Shark. It's good to see everybody up in here. Um I mean, but yeah, going back to the stigma that we were talking about, uh,
Mhm.
I mean, as a whole, it definitely needs to be worked on, and there's room for improvement in all aspects in the mental health community and advocacy as a whole. But the the main thing that I always am driven insane by is the casual talk, like it the not being able to have a casual talk about it. Like, not
Mhm.
being able to be like, "Hey, I'm fucking depressed, and I don't know what to do with myself." And that's for me personally, I'm always in a state of depression. It's like a
Mhm.
0 to 10 scale, 10 being absolutely worst, and I need to probably call a helpline, or
Mhm.
1/0 being, "Oh, I'm actually having a good day." But that's what happens when you have chronic clinical depression.
Mhm.
It does not go away. There are good days, there are bad days, there are mediocre days. It is, in my opinion, a spectrum, and it ranges for everybody. Um, but it's mainly the I don't even want to say it's stigma at this point. It's more so an obstacle because people don't want to talk about it, or people don't want to understand, or it seems a little bit too daunting.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's intimidating if
it's
you keep
very
doing it day
intimidating.
in and day out. Yeah, yeah, Doom. There's a lot of toxicity on YouTube,
Oh,
unfortunately.
without a doubt.
Way, way too much.
A- And
I
that's
say
from
I
my
say just
perspective.
ignore those kind of people.
Yeah. That's a quick timeout and ban. Or
Mhm.
you could educate them. You could always educate them. That's one thing that I, especially when I started out, uh, I do this for fun and solely for fun. I don't expect it to go anywhere because at the end of the day, that actually was pretty natural shit.
Wait, what?
Oh, you didn't catch the fact that I just said at the end of the day? Cool. All
Oh,
right.
I didn't. It's slowly seeping into my brain like
Yeah.
it's natural to say things like
Because you pointed out earlier, now I'm gonna giggle like an idiot. But
that.
When I first started YouTube, it was just solely for fun. It was me just, having fun, playing the games that I loved, and interacting with people. And I think if I continue to just do what I do and do what I love and have fun, and yeah, sure, whatever, there's an algorithm. Yes, I understand the algorithm. Do I care? Not really, because at the end of the day, fuck. Oh, I'm so
At
salty about
at the
that.
end of the day, if you're doing what you love, then you can ignore those people and still have a good time.
Exactly, exactly. Besides, there's a block button for a reason, there's a timeout button for a reason.
Mhm.
Uh, Sometimes I would entertain the toxicity because for them, they don't want to see you succeed, and for me, I like a challenge. I'm a petty bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
That is one thing that is I think is sometimes toxic of me because there are times where I don't know when to stop, and there are some times where I can stop. So, like, for that, I can just play with the little a-holes that come into chat and be like, "You suck, you'll never be a good gamer girl, you'll never be a good streamer, you're never gonna be this person, that, and the other." And I'm like, "I don't wanna be anybody but myself, and if you don't like me, goodbye." Like, as simple as that. There was
Yeah.
somebody that came in. Welcome back, Buck. Good to see that you're still there lurking, Wolf. Alrighty.
Yes,
But
thank you
no,
for your
I
time.
mean, YouTube is definitely a minefield of toxicity. But as smaller channels, we really do need to come together, and that is one thing, especially with this series and the gamers there as a whole. We are a community. We are here to support you, to be here for you. It is an a family. It's a family. And
Absolutely.
there is no reason why me at 200 some odd subs and another friend at 1.3K has any reason for disdain for one another.
Mhm.
Let me be honest. I'm gonna be brutally honest. For those of you probably don't want to hear it. If you have 1K, 2K, 3K, 4K, 5K, anywhere between 1 to 10K, you ain't shit on YouTube's eye. You ain't shit. YouTube does not give a fuck about you whether you succeed or not. Um and that's why we all have to stick together. We need to support each other. I mean, there's a whole thing. I have like a bunch of apps on my phone and stuff like that that humbles me every single day, and it's in regards to like success and progress and all that. Like there's a where the hell is it? You don't get many resources when you start out. You hit 100, you can make your own cute little URL for your brand. You hit 1,000, you get monetized. You get a yeah, you get monetized at 1,000 and 4,000 hours of watch time, but the 4,000 hours of watch time has to be within a year.
Really? I did not know
Yep,
that.
it's within 12 months. Yep.
Wow. That's tough
Um,
to do.
then you also get the privilege. Yes, I'm saying privilege because YouTube treats you like they're god tier shit. You get the privilege of streaming from your cell phone. So
Wow.
for people like me that like to actually record videos and talk and have casual conversation, I want to be able to stream on my cell phone and have like nice, cool, chill vlogs and go on walks and do
Right,
the things
right.
that I love on my damn cell phone.
Of course.
So it to get I'm not I got a long ass time to go. A long ass time. But will I stop? No. I'm just gonna keep doing my thing. I don't care how long it takes me, but I'm telling y'all right now, once I get to 1K, to be honest, I'm gonna feel like I'm hot shit just because I can stream from my phone, and that's the only goal that I have, to be honest. I hit 1K and I can stream from my phone, and that's
Mhm.
all that matters to me. So I can actually do like proper live vlogs and interact with everyone that way.
Yeah.
There's a community tab thing, which I guess you give community posts, etc., so you can engage with your channel and your viewers more, which I like, and I'm all about engagement. Um, do that around your neighborhood sometime. Definitely do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Of course. Honesty is definitely the best policy, and I am brutally honest. And some people don't like that. I'm okay with it.
hmm I think it's very important to remember as well. If you're a small streamer, don't look at the numbers
Nope.
because when you're a small streamer, that's all most people do is they
Mhm.
look at the numbers and they want to keep growing. And growing is fine. Wanting to grow is fine. But if you look at the numbers as just numbers, then you're just gonna bring yourself down
Yeah.
because you see yourself and you have like I don't know 100 subscribers or something, and then you see your friend who is also a small streamer but has 1K already, and it's like, oh, they only started a few months back and I've been doing this for years. What you're doing is you're just bringing yourself down. You're comparing yourself to other people.
Mhm.
Don't
Mhm.
ever compare yourself to other people. You are your own person. You walk your own path in life. All
Damn
right.
right.
So that's just my bit of advice for the day.
Oh no, that's great. That's absolute great advice. That's
Yeah.
absolute great advice. And you want to know what I'm gonna do? Ready for this? Ready for this?
I'm ready. I'm waiting. Yeah, Steele, you don't want to accidentally dox yourself. And that's okay, Lewis. See, I'm guilty of doing that as well. When I was on Tumblr, a long time ago, when I was on Tumblr, I used to have like what maybe 50 beer dance. That's good. That's good. I used to have like 15 subscribers, maybe 20, and then I started posting my own stuff and reblogging some cool stuff, and I have like I don't know like 1,300 followers now on Tumblr,
Oh no way.
and yeah, when I was what would I call myself? A small reblogger?
I
I
don't
don't
know
I
what the
don't know. I
hell
don't know. A,
Tumblr.
a Tumblrian.
I don't know.
When I was small on Tumblr, I got myself down so often because I go to my favorite blogs and they would have thousands of subscribers, and I'd be like, oh, then I'm nothing. Then I'm worth nothing in this world because I don't have followers on Tumblr. So just when you're feeling bad about yourself and your numbers on YouTube, just say those words to yourself like, oh, I'm worth nothing because I don't have this number on a website. Do you realize how bad that sounds now? Like don't get yourself down because you have a small amount. Because if you look at a room and you only have 100 people, right? Like 100 subscribers, stick those 100 people into a room. Now it seems massive.
Oh
You
yeah.
have 100 people looking at your content, and that's amazing. So don't ever feel bad about having low numbers or high numbers. Don't look at the numbers. Just be you. Be your damn self 100% of the time.
And know your goddamn worth. Look at
Know your
that.
worth.
It's gonna say it at the bottom of the fucking screen. Also, welcome to everyone that has joined this podcast. Welcome to Depresso Espresso episode 1 with myself, Queen Icebite, and my best friend of the last 10 years, another Depresso just like me,
Yeah.
Chroma.
Yes,
uh,
yes. I don't like talking about my depresso very often, but
I'm
I'm here.
yeah, he's more supportive. I'm just the blabbermouth that I'm like, yeah, no, I'm gonna fucking tell you that I'm fucked up in the head and you gotta listen to
I
me.
mean, I'll share. Like in
Yeah,
this podcast, I'll share. But when I'm having a bad day, I
yeah, he
find
doesn't
it
share.
very hard to share.
I'll show up at his house and beat him with a chancla.
Yeah, yeah. Which I'm pretty sure she has. Like, if I'm feeling bad, she's like come over and stolen me for the day.
Oh yeah, I'll literally drive over to his. I remember when he and I used to live down the street from each other, and
hmm
eh, and
Oh, good
especially when
times.
his depression was really really bad,
hmm
and he wouldn't show up to school. So what would I do? I would get all his homework because I knew his
Yeah,
exact class
yeah.
schedule, and I would run, not even run. I would fucking bolt down the street from
Yep.
the school to his house, and I'd be like,
Drop off my stuff
"The
and stay
fuck."
a while.
Yeah, no, I would
Eat
literally.
dinner.
Yeah, I'd come over for dinner. I would I'd walk straight into their fucking house. Like there's no
Yeah.
knocking. There was literally just me. Whoop de woo. Hey, ma, I got his homework
And
together.
at some point in our friendship, I ended up giving her a key to all of the houses.
Mhm.
Like all the places I've moved, I've just made a key and given it to her because she's family. So
Yeah,
yeah.
and I'm shit. I there was times where I'd literally just like even if I was having a bad day and I knew he was worse, I did gave no fucks about myself. I would go over and I would crawl into bed with him, and we both have a shitty day.
Yeah.
There are so many times where he would be napping and I would literally just crawl up in his bed after school and we would just lay there and exist. Where
I'm
we
pretty sure there was one time where I woke up and you were in my bed, and I'm like, "What the
Yeah,
fuck? Where did you come from?"
yeah. But you didn't second guess it. You're just like, "Oh, yeah, my best friend's here," and then you
Yeah.
went back to sleep, or you went on
Um,
Tumblr or something, I don't know.
yeah. Oh my god, Tumblr. I used to go on Tumblr all the time.
Yeah, I
Not
don't
so much
I
anymore.
log information anymore. It's probably full of porn, to be honest.
Actually, no, unfortunately. Did you not hear about the Tumblr purge?
I'm
Because
sure there's some NSFW
oh, oh,
stuff
there is. Trust me,
everywhere.
I have an NSFW blog myself, and there are still massive amounts of porn on Tumblr, but you can't find it on your homepage if you don't already follow those accounts. So it is perfectly safe to browse Tumblr now. Because you know how I used to be like, oh, I can't browse Tumblr in front of like family or something, because there's always a chance of just bad stuff coming up, and now you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, that it's a pain in the butt. 20 let's see. No, no, no. We this is a pretty open podcast, so you don't have to worry, Buck, about anything like that. I mean, like with you and Steele, like Steele was explaining like his what's it called, how he prioritizes his physical wellness, education, etc. before YouTube, which I admire.
Mhm.
And then with you, like it doesn't matter if it's not about YouTube. Like this is just mental health. Like you can have mental health problems over anything. Anything can cause a mental health issue.
Oh yeah,
So like for you, when you brought up the fact that you lost so many people in 2019, that's a lot of people that you lost in a short amount of time. So you don't need to feel like some type of way because you're not upset about COVID, this, that, and the other.
yeah, no,
A
it doesn't have to be about COVID or
it
anything.
is a very, very, volatile time for you. 2019 was a rough
Mhm.
year for you. For some people, 2020 was a rough year.
Yeah.
So it's to the point where losing anyone in your life, regardless of how you lost them, whether it be in 2020 because of COVID, your grandmother passing away, your friends and family that passed away in 2019, it does not matter. You lost someone that you care about and you love,
Mhm.
and that is valid,
Yeah.
regardless of how it happened.
Yeah, it affects you, and we completely understand that.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
keep getting juked out by Streamlabs. I keep thinking it's someone commenting, but it's just me. Steel Shark says, "Some already knew this. In 2013, my World War II veteran grandfather passed away at the age of 87 on my 13th birthday. My family and I were completely broken."
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, family and friends passing away can be something extremely taxing for mental health. Like, let's see. Oh, I wanna like preface this first episode by saying the way I connect with people is by sharing my own experiences. I promise I'm not trying to like take the attention from anyone. It's just how I
You're
connect
resonating.
with people.
Yeah.
Yeah, how I resonate. I'm extremely empathic, and I believe that as a curse sometimes, but it's a gift and
It's
a
not
curse.
a curse. It's just neurotypical people can't relate.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
The
definitely.
99.9% of the time, it's neurotypical people that get upset about it.
Yeah, I lost a lot of people in my family. One of the people I remember most is my uncle, I believe, my mom's brother, and I hardly knew him because I was so young, but it doesn't matter how much of an impact a person makes on you. If they're family and you love them, then it's gonna affect you. And that's what I've got to say about that. I was depressed because when I first got my Snapchat account, I didn't have very many subscribers. In less than one day, I gained 5K. Jesus, you gained 5K subscribers in less than one
Jesus,
day?
what the hell, bro?
Wow, that's really awesome, man. Congratulations. That's that's something.
Bruh, I shit, I don't use Snapchat. I barely use it, and if I do, it's for the
I do not.
filters. It's for the filters,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
I save it on my phone, and then I exit the app. That's it. Or to creep on my family and college friends. That's literally it.
yeah.
Snapchat.
I don't like Snapchat. Whenever I use Snapchat, it like crashes my entire phone. So I just stopped using it
You
one
also
day,
had a
like years ago.
piece of shit phone though.
I do. um, Cam B goes, 2019 is also the year that I started going to the gym and working out more.
Yeah, buddy.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to do that so bad. I was making a lot of excuses for myself, like, oh, I want to go to the gym and do it, or I don't
Mhm.
have the right equipment. If you find yourself making those excuses, just recognize that they're excuses because you can do literally anything to exercise at home.
Mhm.
You can bring up a video on YouTube and
I would nag him, and he would be like, "No,
mhm.
this, that, and the other excuse," and I'm like, "But if you don't,"
Yeah, yeah.
because now, like for me, it's just more so finding a schedule and building it properly. I did make a exercise pack, for some of you that aren't our regulars here. Killer JJ, he and I made an exercise pack. I've been lacking significantly, not only in regard to um just having the right time. It's more so just making sure that I'm good so I can do that. But I have the equipment now, and it's good equipment, and it's inexpensive, and it's cheaper than a gym membership, and I will fucking live by it. I swear to God. It's mainly it's mainly just mental health balancing and everything like that, and um on top of it, making sure that I'm where I need to be in regards to work, etc. too. And right now, those are my top inconsistencies that are preventing me. But I know, like, once I get through this work training for my new job, I'll be able to actually have like a set schedule, and I will know what days I'm working. I will know what days that I can stream and put out this content for you guys. I'll know exactly what days and times when I can exercise, because there have been times where I'm like, "Ooh, I'm gonna exercise as soon as I get out of work," and then I have to go into work at 7 o'clock in the morning, which means I have to be up at 5:45 in the morning, and then I'm out by 5 o'clock, and then I'm home by like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and then at that point, I'm just like, I'm gonna crawl into bed and die.
Yeah,
Let's see, Jim
yeah,
and my really close friends what kept me going, and you're still here, and that's amazing to have your support system. That is a good support system right there.
mhm.
Anything, whether it be keeping active, whether it be being able to be around people, um something as little as that or as big as that, depending on where that stands in your life and on your scale of importance, that will help build the right support system for you. Silent Slushy, hello, hello, hello. Howdy
Oh,
doodly,
thank you.
neighborino.
Howdy doody.
Haddly doodly, haddly doodly.
Also, congratulations, Wolf. That's awesome.
20 pounds, nice,
Really proud of
nice,
you, man.
nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Main goal is either be below 300 or 250,
350.
main 250. Okay, alright,
I feel you.
alright.
I feel
But,
you.
like,
It's a good goal to
honest
have,
go
honestly.
okay, yeah, no, honestly, I think you're doing it the right way. I mean, setting yourself up for small goals here and there is, the best way to do it. It makes oh, I should have
Like,
totally diluted this freaking energy drink, Lord Jesus Christ. I didn't dilute it enough,
that's okay. That's okay.
but overall, you're doing it the right way because uh you should be able to hit short-term goals, and honestly seeing the progress you're making towards a long-term goal by hitting all of your short-term goals will keep you motivated. And that was one thing that I
Oh
didn't
yeah.
realize in regards to like gaining my weight back. So going from like the original 157 that I weighed and then dropping significantly down to like 94 or whatever pounds when I got sick, and then trying to get back up to that nice healthy weight. First, it was like, no, I want to go straight back to 160. And now I'm like, that's not healthy. There's no way that's an obtainable goal right off the
Mhm.
bat. So like at first I'm like, let me get back to 100 pounds. Let me get back to 110, 120, 130. And there's a point where I stalled out. Um, but but setting smaller goals to get you to that bigger goal will keep you focused and it will keep you humble.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I definitely stand by because, like, on my channel, it says road to 300 right now because I hit my 200 goal. And now the next goal is 300. And then after that, 400, and so on and so forth
Yeah,
because it'll
because if you make
focus.
your goal too far ahead, then you're gonna be like, "Oh, I'm never gonna get there."
Exactly. And it's going to be the little engine that could will turn into the little engine that can't.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm
exactly.
not about that. We can
Exactly.
do it. And if
And
I could
it's better
throw.
to move forward slowly than to not move at all.
Exactly, exactly. And you
Mhm.
yeah, hell yeah. Reaching 1,000 subscribers is definitely a goal of mine just because I really wanna fucking stream on my cell phone, and that's really it. Fuck the monetization, I just wanna stream on my cell
Yeah.
phone. But like, no, it's a good goal to have, and to get there slowly, to progress at all, to see that you're making progress on the lower scale is definitely, without a doubt, going to make it happen a lot easier, a lot quicker. And it also will help you hone your craft too, because you can see the growth at such a smaller scale a lot better than you can see on the larger scale. Because like I think I'm officially at like 232 today.
Mhm.
Um if I looked at that a week ago and I set my goal for 1,000 subs, that would have literally drove me insane because my sub fluctuation was literally like 1 to 2 subs a day, and it would go up two, it would go down two, it would go down two, it would go up two, it would go up two, and it would just fluctuate. But if you look at it the retrospective, oh, I'm trying to hit my next goal, which is 300, which is what I'm doing. That's not a big deal because it means that your channel's growing. Because I went from being at two 202 to 232 in the course of a month. That's insane to me. That's a lot of growth.
Yeah.
If I looked at it in the long run of 232 out of 1,000, that just doesn't seem like a lot. Oh, I only gained 30 some odd subscriber, blah blah blah. Like that sucks ass looking at it out of 1,000. So like small term goals always, and especially when you deal with mental health too, setting yourself up for success definitely includes having smaller goals. And I would say setting yourself up for like checkpoints. Like,
Mhm.
okay, I need to clean my room. So, what are the main issues in my room? Well, I have water bottles everywhere. Okay, cool. So water bottles can be one checkpoint. Two, laundry. I need to do laundry and I need to put away laundry. What should I do first? Put away the laundry as another checkpoint. Washing laundry is another checkpoint, etc. Like
Mhm.
having the small term goals and doing it so you don't burn out is a really good mental health aid as well, especially when you have really bad anxiety, really bad depression. Welcome to everyone that's joined. Hi.
Welcome, welcome.
Hey, Blue Eyes. Hey. Loving the new logo, by the way. Greetings to
Very nice.
you. Still have a good one. Much love to you. You get that good practice in. Yes, Doom, you are going to do it. You're definitely going to do it without a doubt. You
I
got
believe you.
this. You put your mind to it, you can do anything. And it's going to suck at first, and it's going to be rough. But the fact that you started means you are going to make progress regardless.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, let's see, Bucky. Haven't gone to the gym since COVID. I've been working out in my house. Honestly, though,
That's good.
honestly, you're gonna save so much money in the long run if you just don't
Oh,
go to
yeah,
the gym.
yeah.
To be honest, look,
There's
I
so many good resources online
mhm,
that gyms will make you pay for. So,
exactly. And I'm just like, why would I spend like $20 a month or some shit for a gym
mhm.
membership when I could spend $120 in a month only once on equipment that I can use at home, and it
Yeah.
could be like a multitude of different exercises, and you can literally like use like the board. Oh, That board is the best investment I've ever gotten in my life.
I'm glad. And even if you have money, then that's awesome. But if you
Yeah.
don't have a lot of money and you're low income, there are ways to get around that.
Mhm,
You can set stuff
mhm.
up that you can use. Like if you wanted to do weights, get an old water jug or a milk jug and fill it up with water. There you go. There's your
Yeah,
weight. You know, you can.
sand is cheap at Home Depot.
Yeah, yeah. Like just find household objects that you can use for exercise equipment. Don't accidentally hurt yourself.
Okay. Yeah, no, because then I'll
um,
mom the hell out of you. Be like, "What were you thinking about that? Why
yeah,
were you
yeah,
doing that?"
yeah.
And
But
then I gotta
there's ways to get around it. Trying to avoid bread and other carbs, and eating veggies and meat for that protein. That's a good idea to avoid bread because it's all carbs.
no, I hate that so friggin' much. Lord
Why?
Jesus, you cannot avoid carbs all the time. You have to balance it out. That's the reason why we have the food pyramid. This is like elementary stuff. You need carbohydrates. You need carbohydrates. It's how you get energy intake. Veggies and meat
Mm.
only go so friggin' far.
Canby says he lost 30
You
pounds
can
working at his house.
nice, dude.
That's
See,
awesome.
that's
That's
awesome
amazing.
right there. But no, do not cut carbs out. You can lose weight without cutting carbs out.
So what I've learned is diets that most people tell you to do or websites are all fake. Like
Yeah.
you can lose weight if you just eat like what you regularly eat, but in proportions.
Yeah, if you eat proper portions, you're not binge eating, you're not
Yeah,
eating junk food, you're drinking water. I don't know how many
that's
times I have to tell this to people,
very
drink
important.
fucking
Drink water.
water.
Drink
Just
water, please.
please, Lord Jesus, just drink water. Water is your friend. You will lose so much
Mhm.
weight by
Lilith
drinking
says,
water.
I do exercises at home. My mom recently got a sit-up bar that fixes under the kitchen door. Oh, that's cool. And I try to
Mhm.
make sure I go for a walk around the lake next to the coast road where I live. That's awesome. Going for walks is a great way
Yes.
to exercise. And honestly, a great way to de-stress as well. I
Mhm.
I go for walks. Well, I haven't been going for walks recently because of my surgery, but I'm more than capable of going for walks now. But I go for walks to de-stress. I go to a nice quiet place with my journal and I sit down at one of the benches and I write down what's going on and I completely de-stress. So if you're exercising or you're just going for walks, it's also a great resource for your mental
Of
health.
course. Of course. I mean, I'm the type of person that I don't give a shit where I am, to be honest.
Mm,
It depends on what I need, depending on what's going on in my head. I used to love being outside all the time, but now I'm just like, eh. I can also find like self-soothing methods being at home. And that's why and 99.9% of the time, I'm a very reclusive person. I'm very reclusive.
mm,
If no one invites me out to go out and drink and this, that, and the other, I will be okay. I'll have a little FOMO, a little like,
yeah, yeah.
but that doesn't linger for me, to be honest.
I don't
Um,
have any FOMO when it comes to that stuff.
because like I have my games, I have other methods of like
Yeah.
keeping busy. I had my plants. I I have art. I have reading. I have I think I already said games. I can go to the gun range by myself and live my best life and put a couple holes in some paper. Um, I I can easily just mindlessly be on TikTok for like 5 fucking hours and just completely recuperate my brain that way.
I
It's
usually
so
feel horrible
stupid.
after a couple hours of TikTok.
I don't. I feel horrible 99.9% of the time, so I
And
come
then
out of that
TikTok
like,
is like, "Hey, here's some serotonin for you."
yeah, exactly, exactly. It's that fresh serotonin, you know?
Mhm.
But no, I definitely when it gets warmer, I wanna start taking walks again. I definitely, wanna start rollerblading again. Um
Oh, rollerblading. I used to love rollerblading.
I think I'm
I'm
gonna
like
get
that.
skates though, because I cannot stop. Like I like hitting speed in my rollerblades, and I need to stop doing that because
What's hitting speed? Like just going
hitting,
really fast?
yeah, really fast. And you've seen where I live. There's no safe areas for me to just hit speed on my fucking
Yeah,
rollerblade,
no. I
especially
wouldn't
with the
do
way
that.
people drive. But no, I might switch over to roller skates because at least I'll be able to stop safer, a lot safer. And
Mhm.
plus, like I feel like it's a lot smoother to just kind of jam out. Plus, I'll be able to dance in roller skates. You can't dance in rollerblades. Rollerblades, you're like out trying to hunt somebody down in them. I feel roller
You're just
skates,
in a
you just
straight
vibe.
line.
Yeah, I feel like when I think of roller skating, I think of that lovely, lovely, lovely. Hey, lyrical. Hey, beautiful. Hope you're
Hey,
doing
lyrical. You know,
well.
I've never roller skated.
Huh?
I've never roller skated.
You
I've
never
only
you've
no,
only rollerbladed?
I've only ever rollerbladed before.
So the inline skates you used, right?
What does that mean?
It's a straight
Yeah,
wheel.
straight wheels,
Yeah,
straight
wheel to
line
wheel.
of
Yeah,
wheels.
yeah. So roller skating, in my opinion, it just I feel like you just vibe way better because you
Mm.
just have that floaty feeling, like Fleetwood Mac floating feeling, like
Right, right, right.
the Ocean Spray dude that was
Yeah,
vibing to Dreams, Fleetwood Mac Dreams.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that is the vibe that I want all the time if I'm skating. With
Yeah, I feel
inline skates, I feel like down with the signal, like I'm about to hunt somebody down.
you. Yeah. Endurance hunting someone.
Yeah,
You just
because
gotta keep
you
going
hit
forward.
speed, like, oh, no, roller derby. I think of roller derby with inline skates, even though roller derby is in normal skates.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like, of course, everyone has their own vibe, etc. Like, so for really back a little bit to the junk food. You
Mm.
can eat junk food. You can eat junk food. It's called
Oh, yeah.
moderation,
Just don't binge it. Like,
which
you
I
can get yourself, like, Little Debbie snacks, and you can get yourself the zebra cakes, but if you decide to eat the entire box in a day, then you're not doing yourself any favors.
yeah,
But you can still reward yourself with a little snack.
and that's why you guys, I have a snack drawer. And yes, I'm a fat kid on the inside. But the reason why, and I think this has probably been beneficial to me because I do have a really, really, really bad habit of binge eating, and Ida knows this. He's known me for years where I'll just straight up binge
Same.
stupid shit. And it's the fact that it's a snack drawer. It's not in a clear drawer. It's in my dresser drawer,
Mm.
and it's cherry wood dresser. So if it's object freaking permanence, bro.
Yeah, that's
So if you
straight
can't
up
see
out of
it,
permanence.
yeah, if you can't see it, you're not gonna snack on it. You know it's there, but you don't
Out
really
of
have
sight,
that
out
in.
of mind.
Exactly. Out of sight, out of mind. Indeed, indeed. I mean, of all things, I think this has definitely been helping me to prevent my binge eating. And
Mhm.
it's also like earlier, before I got into this podcast with Aiden, I was eating my dinner and I looked over and I'm just like, wait a minute. I don't know. I'm not really I don't want to eat my steak. I only wanted some carbs. So
Mhm.
I hey doggy, hey.
Hi, doggy.
Hey Heather, hey beautifuls. Oh my god.
Hey,
Welcome, welcome, welcome
everyone.
to Depresso Espresso.
Yes, how is everyone doing? Having a good day, having a bad day? Let us know. Share your thoughts.
This is a safe space. I will say it 10
Mhm.
times over and then some. Times a
There is
million.
no judgment here whatsoever.
Mhm. Mhm.
But yeah,
But
going into the object permanence thing, that's a little something that you just recently figured
well,
out about
you know what?
yourself, huh?
You know what?
Why don't you tell us more about
Oh my god. I don't
that?
it's probably occurred like so many times and I've never noticed. And I didn't. This bitch here was the one that discovered it for me. Who's
So
like,
the
dude,
way we figured it out is that for almost our entire relationship, I thought we were on the same ADHD train. Like I thought we were just on the same page. That's how much I thought she had ADHD, and she didn't even realize it. She was just like, "What is this? What's my brain doing?" It's like, "What? I already told you what your brain is doing." So yeah.
Yeah, it is a habit.
Hmm. I mean,
Mm,
I understand though, because when you have yourself tell you something, or someone else, like a friend, tell you something like, "Hey, I recognize this in you," more often than not, it's like, okay, I'm gonna have to do some research myself though. And
mhm.
then when you have someone else, like a professional, go, "Hey, this is what you have," you're like, "Oh, okay,
And
I
then that's
guess."
where yeah, and then that's where I go from going into therapy after the session and going, "Hey, I didn't. So guess what I discovered?" And then he bitch slaps me through the screen like, "I told you this!
See,
I told you this so many
this
times."
has happened vice versa though, because when I first started therapy back when I was living with my cousins,
Yep.
and I go, "Hey, so my therapist told me something interesting today."
And
And I
then
go, "So she thinks I have PTSD." And Taylor's like, "I've been knew that. Like
and then
I've been telling you that."
I'm like, "Bro, you dumb bitch. I've been doing this." But wait, it's out of love. It was always out of
Yeah,
love
yeah.
when
Oh
it comes to us figuring that out. Oh, let's see.
yeah.
Heather. Depression, anxiety, marriage made in heaven, but I have emotional eating problems, and PCOS. Oh, I fucking hate PCOS. Lord help me, Jesus. I sympathize with you 110%
Would you like to
with
explain what PCOS is?
PCOS is polycystic ovarian syndrome.
Oh,
It
right. That's
is
why it's familiar.
the most painful thing I've ever experienced in my life.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
I honestly, I there are three things in my life that I can describe like physical pain wise, and I have a very high tolerance in pain. That is debilitating, hands down. That is
Mhm.
absolutely debilitating. My back, which I'm thinking is linked to my anxiety now. Um,
Like
specifically,
psychosomatic?
um, yeah, my muscle spasms. It's more
Yeah, it absolutely
anxiety
could be.
based, I believe. And then on top of it, um, my, migraines. Those are probably the 3 top tier pains that I've experienced, but PCOS, I do not wish that on anybody. It feels like a
Mm.
sharp stabbing in the same place every single time, and it'll catch me off guard if I go too long without using my Depo-Vera, and I
Wasn't
hate it.
there wasn't there a time that you thought I had that?
No,
No?
no.
Because I thought I was having pain back in high school, and I thought it was fibromyalgia, and you're like, "Oh, that sounds kind of cystic, actually." But then I'm like, "Oh, but the
I
pain
don't even
ended up just
remember.
going away." Yeah, it's okay, but
It's probably your
I had
fucking kidney stones, bro.
no, 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 I know what kidney stone pain is like, and that wasn't it.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
Yeah, kidney stones suck, but, I used to have some crazy pain back in high school, and it would stop me from doing things. Like, literally in the moment,
Mhm,
I
mhm.
would have to double over in pain and just breathe through it because it was this sharp, searing pain that lasted for, like, a good minute and a half, and then it would just be gone, and I would be fine.
Yeah, that also coulda just been, like, really bad cramps, bro.
See, but I've had cramps before, and it wasn't that. Trust me when I
I
say
I
I
don't
know
know.
what cramps are, and it's that feeling that you get in your pelvis, right? And sometimes your back.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. The pain that I was feeling was a sharp pain that
Was it, like,
started
up?
in my no-no area and traveled up.
Okay, yeah, maybe that coulda been it, but, like, you've been
Yeah.
on T for, like, how long, bro?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, I've been on T for inconsistently. The first time for about, like, what, 2 years, maybe 3 years, and then
Yeah.
I started back up on the injections, and now I've been consistently on the injections for about a year now, I believe.
Yeah, so, I mean, honestly, I think that helps. I mean, there's always, like, forms of especially for PCOS, there's a multitude of ways to prevent it. 99.9% of the time, it has to do with estrogen levels. So, like, for me, I had to be put on progesterone because my estrogen levels were, like, way too high. So, in order to stop that, they put me on progesterone, and that's the Depo-Vera shot. It's birth control, but it cuts out majority. Hold on a second, I'm about to burp my life away.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh God. Oh, it just went away. Fuck. But anyways, yeah, no, I don't wish that on anyone, especially the 3 to 4 month period. Yeah, no, no. That was probably my most favorite thing about the Depo-Vera shot is it just makes everything just disappear like it doesn't exist. It's beautiful.
That's awesome.
I don't get that anymore. No more pain. I mean, sometimes like if I wait too long in between shots, my ovaries will be like, "Hey, bitch, we're still suffering down here. You thought we would just magically be okay? You're wrong." And then it's like just repeatedly stabbing yourself in the same spot every single time,
Mm.
right in the damn ovary. Oh
Yeah.
my god, I don't wish it on anybody. I don't wish it on anybody. Um, but overall, like there are multiple forms of like help, and medication doesn't help everyone. Sometimes people have to go as far as like removing said parts,
Mhm.
and that is a very very difficult process for many females and cis females. uh it's oh, Depo made you hemorrhage, Jesus
Jeez.
Christ. Yeah, and that's a thing, it's not the magic cure for everybody. So like
Yeah,
one
yeah.
person could be cured, I shouldn't say cured, but one person could have relief through the pill, one other person could have relief through the patch, another person could have relief through Depo-Vera, and so on and so forth. Like there's the Nuva ring, there's IUD, and it's just like, yeah, honestly, I was at that point. Yeah, I was at that point. Just scoop it out. Just get a hot spoon and scoop it out.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. But honestly, it sucks, and I wish there was a universal way to fix it for everybody and you could just hit a button and take away
Mhm.
people's pain, because no one deserves to suffer in their day-to-day life. Oh, Jesus, lyrical.
I
Oh my
know
god.
exactly what you mean. And this might go into TMI, but I mean, it's a mental health podcast, so everything is already
Everything's fucking
TMI.
TMI.
Yeah. So as most people know, I'm a trans man, so I still really have all of my original equipment down there. Um, I used to have what would I call it? Chronic periods.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I used
that
to
was
I
rough.
yeah, it was very rough. I had a 2-year long period once where the bleeding never stopped and I was in
You were
pain.
hella anemic.
Yes, I was also anemic because of that. I was extremely anemic, and there was basically a turning point in my life where I had one night that was so bad. I was bleeding through towels.
Jesus
And
Christ, bro.
yes, there was one night where I woke up and I was severely cold and I was shivering. I had to put on 2 layers of socks and 2 layers of shirts and clothes and all that, and I realized that I was like soiling my pants and everything. And so I like what's it called? Folded up 2 towels like 4 times and put them underneath me, and I bled through that. I thought that I was going to die that night, but I didn't, obviously. But that was basically a turning point for me, and that's where I basically sought help after that.
Mhm.
And I got my IUD put in, and I got put on birth control and all that because birth control helps regulate periods. And even then, my periods were very irregular. Like it wasn't, you know, 5 or 6 days out of a for a week out of a month. It was
Mhm.
always I would either have it for a very short amount of time, or I would
Mhm.
have it for a couple months, and it would just stay there.
Bruh.
Um, so seek help if you have any sort of chronic illness, and I understand not having insurance and not being able to pay for something like that is really tough. And in those instances, seek support because it's hard to get medical help, to
Oh,
be
it's so fucking hard to get it,
honest.
especially if it's
Especially go on.
subpar medical help.
Yeah.
People not taking you seriously, brushing you off. Um, what's it called? I mean, you wait. Oh, hold on, hold on. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Uh, I'm just catching up. Baby oven not in business. Take it out. No crotch demons are needed. Honestly. Yeah, yeah, I
Wait, where do
completely
you see that? Oh, I
Pixel.
see it.
Yeah, yeah,
No, this
yeah.
is too.
And then Lewis lost it at original equipment. Yeah, no,
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
like
don't like
calling it.
using the actual
I
name,
like
but
calling it that. The original
yeah, the
equipment.
original equipment. But one day I'm gonna get an upgrade. So
Yeah, all the upgrades, man. The 5-star $1 billion bionic upgrades.
right, 20 years from now, I'm just gonna get like a bionic schlong. I didn't want to use any other words.
You know, you can
uh,
totally say dick. This
I
is
know, I know, I know. You're
actually, I don't think I
right.
marked this as 18 plus, but you
You
know what?
probably
We're gonna live our
should.
life. You know, yeah.
Birth
It's
control
marked
doesn't
not
really
for children, so
look.
birth control is
Explain
good.
more about that, doggy. What do you mean one in a million? Oh, my favorite part of this is I asked for them to take it out. I was dead certain I was good without kids. They told me you might change your mind someday or meet a guy who wants kids. See, so many people have
Oh, I
experienced.
fucking hate
I've
that.
experienced that. Have you?
Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, when I didn't know what was going on, I'm like, you know what? Honestly, I really, 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 really need to just get this shit removed. And then there was a point where they're like, oh, well, we don't know if that's a good idea because you could meet a guy. And I'm like, I just told you I've been in a bed with a female regularly. What is that? And this was before I accepted the fact that I, you know, pan and not what's it called? Just a lesbian because I didn't know and I wasn't sure of myself at the time, but I was so sure. I was like, guys are gross, and then Paul walked his ass up into my life, and I'm like, I guess this one guy isn't gross, kinda, but overall, like it's stupid that they're like, oh, you need your husband's permission, or oh, you might meet a guy and have children with them, but I'm just like, I don't need to have my own children. How about I actually, adopt children? There are so many people in
Mhm.
foster care that need love and attention. It took 10 years to get help through mended issues. Finally, do a hysterectomy. Finally, had Dr. Find out wrong. Jesus Christ.
10 years. That's crazy. That's ridiculous.
Oh, man.
Lewis.
Yeah, see, yeah, of course, of course.
Oh yeah, he'll be jealous. Didn't help make it worse, and more not going into it. I understand that, dog. You don't have to go into it,
Oh,
but
yeah, you are not forced to talk about anything you do not want to.
yeah, yeah. Birth control is not meant for everyone.
Oh, no, not at all, and that's
Sometimes it
also
just isn't
something that
meant.
they need to, mention to
Yeah.
people before they put people on it. Birth control is very fucking experimental. So
Mhm.
experimental. Also, what the fuck? Yeah, Heather, yeah, because what the fuck is up with that? Whoa, if you're a guy, you can just snip your shit. It's reversible, so it's not the end of the world. It takes like 15 fucking minutes. Bitch, what? Oh, you'll let a dude snip his shit
It's
in point
misogyny.
two.
It's just sexism with an
Uh,
American joke.
but God forbid, a woman wants to snip or tie her tubes or scoop her shit out. Fuck you.
Yeah, yeah. It's ridiculous.
Oh
Because
my
I
gosh.
I really hope I don't deal with something like that when I decide to get a hysterectomy. Um, so far with my transition, I've had amazing doctors who are just like, yeah, we'll do that for you.
Mhm.
Um, because I've heard horror stories of
Oh,
people like getting denied care because the doctors are concerned for your future and it's like, oh, maybe you want to have kids or maybe you want to breastfeed. And I think I'm very lucky and very uh blessed to not have had experienced that specifically yet. Because when I got my top surgery, it was one of those where it was like, yeah, you want to get your boobs cut off? Let's do it. Let's start the process. Let's just go. And that was amazing.
well, the fucked up about part about fuck.
Bless you.
Oh my god. Ugh. The messed up part about that though is the fact that it's literally because you have a quote unquote diagnosed medical condition called gender dysphoria
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
qualifies you for top surgery.
Yeah,
If
because
you
if I
didn't
didn't
have
have
that, if
dysphoria,
you
then
didn't
they wouldn't
have
have given it
that,
to
they
me.
would have been like, no, because you're gonna need to breastfeed. Thank you.
Yeah.
You didn't. You're gonna need them eventually to breastfeed, and you're gonna be
You're
like,
getting
"Well,
blessed.
oh, I love you guys. Bless you all." Um, but oh yeah, and then you best be heterosexual
It's
and
just a
rich for
rich as
adoption.
fuck.
Oh,
Yep. You must
fuck.
be heterosexual, rich, white, and not have any mental illness.
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
if you don't have those, then you're basically screwed, which is ridiculous.
Oh my god, I can't stand people.
Yeah. And I definitely want to adopt one day. Like I know for a fact I'm never gonna have kids. Like I don't want it. Every time I think about it, it makes me sick. And this
I'll
isn't.
surrogate for you. Low key, I
I,
will.
I'm
I would
sure
do it.
you would. I'm sure you would. But I know for a fact that I'm either gonna get a surrogate or I'm going to adopt. I don't want to have kids, and I can't breastfeed anymore. I never wanted to. So
You're already beating the system.
yeah, exactly. I'm already beating the system.
I'm gonna
But
eat part of
yeah.
my steakums. Is that fat?
Okay.
I
And Taylor's just
literally
stuffing his
just
face.
stabbed. I just stabbed my steak with my knife, and I'm just eating it off the knife at this point.
Yeah, there have been times where my mom back in the day have has wanted to adopt or just have more kids. And I told her like, why don't you try and adopt? And she's always said, I can't. They literally wouldn't let me because because of her mental illness. So if you have like severe depression or anxiety or PTSD, they just won't give you kids. And that's why baby balloon doctor said that's what saved her life because she was a preemie. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what's it
That's
called. I was
awesome.
a preemie. My mom said all the colostrum in her was the reason why I
Mm,
did well.
that's good.
It's colostrum, man. It has to do with the colostrum
I
in your
don't
breast milk.
I don't think I was a preemie. I don't really remember,
You were not
but
a preemie.
I don't think I was a preemie. But
Nope.
I remember mom said that I was so small that she dressed me in doll's clothes because there wasn't anything small enough in the stores.
Dude, you're 4'8". Of course you were fucking tiny.
Yeah, it's very small.
You
The only
popped
kids
out
I'm
of
ever
the womb the
having.
size of a jelly bean.
So Lewis goes, the only kids I'm ever having will be of the animal kind. Years of working with the general public has put me off for life. That and my cousins are little shits. I understand that. I
Mm-hmm.
respect that. Go ahead and have your fur babies, man. I respect that.
Yeah, fur babies. Yeah, those are the children me and Paul are having
Hmm.
first. Fur babies all the way.
Oh yeah, of course. I was able to breastfeed my oldest, but I starved my youngest because I wasn't producing enough.
You know what? The body is fucking weird. The
Yeah,
body is weird as hell. Like
yeah,
I know what's it called? Oh, now I lost the thought. Son of a bitch. It was a story my
that's
mom told
okay.
me. But
That's okay.
when you're in the hospital, did the first pump, nurse freaking out. She's like, "Oh my god, look!" It was like, oh, it was because of how much you were pumping and how much you were producing.
Just like spew out.
Hey, you know, some women get lucky with that, and and others are just like, nah, fam, we're not doing shit for you. You're gonna hurt
Mhm.
like a motherfucker. Um, yeah, I was like,
Yeah, she says yeah.
yep, yep.
I mean, if you were able to produce a lot, that's awesome for your kid. So that's good.
If I was able to do that, I would save it and donate it because there are a lot of moms that can't
Yeah,
produce any milk, especially if it's like if you had good levels of colostrum. I would definitely donate. Right,
yeah, that's
like
true.
down the road, it depends because I could be that shitty person that what's it called? Shitty person. I could have shitty titties. There we go. Shitty titties, and what's it called? And struggle to pump and produce, and I might be the person in need. So I love the fact that there's a system out there to help other mothers. And if in the end I have good boobs, then I will help other mommies in need and babies in need because I don't know, that just feels right. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
very true. If there was a way to donate body parts, uh, like breasts, then I would have absolutely donated mine. But the procedure isn't like, oh, you just cut off the breast and you're good. It's
And slap it on another person.
yeah, just slap it on another person. It's not like that. They pull the fat from
Mm-hmm.
your breasts and kind of like pull down the skin. But what's it called? Haven't they done like phallus transplants
I have no
before.
idea, bro.
I feel like they experimented with that recently, and there was like someone that got their first phallus transplant,
Bro, that's
which is
it's so that's
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah, like give me that, man. I want a real
I mean,
working one.
we could do brain transplants, we could do heart trans, we can do organ transplants, no problem. We could do skin transplants, we can do skin grafts, we can do facial transplants. Uh, I
You know,
don't see why other
going
body
into that,
parts.
going back to the mental health aspect of
Sorry.
the podcast, um, that's a very interesting question. If someone gets a brain transplant from someone who's mentally ill, will they be mentally ill?
Would they even still be themselves? Or would they be the other person?
My God, I don't know. That's scary to think about.
Because like this is gonna get real fucking existential, like,
Yeah.
but we're just in like we're not even a body. We're just like a brainstem in an in a suit
Yeah,
of
in a
meat.
meat suit. Like everything that we are is just in our brain. Our memories, our feelings, our emotions, it's just our brain
Mhm.
piloting all this meat.
Exactly. So I wonder like if there's a brain transplant,
It's
if
like a
it's the
full brain.
brain stem or like you keep your brain stem because that's you and then you get the piece of the brain that you need or if it's a whole brain or what I
Mhm.
don't know, but like wouldn't you be a whole ass other person if it was a full brain transplant? There are three
Yeah,
pieces of mom's support recording. Oh no.
there are three ways of the month. See, that's very unfortunate, but
Hey Leah, hey beautiful.
the way I see it is that if the moms knew that they could not take care of their children, I think they're better off going up for adoption than going with their mother.
Oh,
Because
hands down, yeah.
yeah, because a lot of the times the mothers will neglect their babies or abuse their babies because of that postpartum depression.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's a small percentage, but
Very small.
it's there still.
Oh, a
Yeah.
lot of it I've noticed a lot of the statistics are lined up against single moms with postpartum depression
Yeah.
because they don't have a support system like most people. I know I'm not the same doggy, same. If I was in that situation, I would have took all the children home, or straight up take all of them.
It absolutely is a form of abandonment because the mother is abandoning their baby. But would you rather that baby go to a mother who will potentially abuse that child, or
Hmm.
would you have that baby go to a family that'll take care of that child?
But the problem with the system is there's no guarantee that they're going to go to a loving home.
That's very true too. It's
Hmm.
not cut and dry. It's not black and white. It's
I know it's so shitty. We need so
yeah.
many reforms
Oh yeah.
between healthcare as a whole, the economy as a whole, fostering everything.
A nurse let me go against the rules and do kangaroo car with one baby that wasn't doing good at all. I still wonder about that baby girl.
What's
What
kangaroo
is
car?
Yeah, what is a kangaroo car? Is that when they let you take care of the baby for a time, or because I know that babies when they come out or when they're born rather, they need physical touch to develop properly.
Yeah,
So
skin
maybe
to
that's
skin. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
skin contact. Kids aren't adopted, they're not even put into a foster home.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. It's the system is screwed up. Kangaroo care. Oh, kangaroo care is skin to
Oh,
skin.
okay, kangaroo care
That's
skin to skin.
cute. Is that what it's called?
Cause what's it called? They put
In
them
the
in the
pouch.
wrap. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Some friends of ours are foster parents. She's always got 2 or 4 children right now. She's got 3 newborn triplets.
Holy
Oh,
crap. That's awesome.
I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, foster parents are a blessing
Oh yeah.
in this world, but
Not all,
good ones. Not all. Not all.
but
Because some foster parents are horrible people.
those those are some gems right there. Some absolute gems.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. We've kind of gotten off track of the mental health
You know
aspect.
what? But you know what? It's too val totally valid,
Yeah,
because
yeah, of course.
even though we're, like, not specifically talking about mental health, this is all stuff that affects mental health. Postpartum
Absolutely.
depression, you have the system that we live in, the healthcare that we have, restrictive healthcare, not having insurance, that can also cause multiple mental health issues.
Mhm.
Then you also have, what's it called?
I think
Um,
everything
foster
is
care system.
connected to
That aff
mental
yeah,
health.
the shit. It there's, what's it called? Let's see. Mental health, a state of well-being in which the individual realizes his or her own abilities, can cope with normal stresses of life, can work productively, fruitfully, and able to make a contribution to his or her community. And that falls under, like, cognitive, behavioral, emotional well-being. The factors of that have to literally do not only with economical status, financial status, um,
Mhm.
bruh, yo, d- bruh.
Demon fostered 3 baby turkeys on last December. Delivery and takeout. Demon. Jesus Christ, dude. See, it's good. It's 100% good to have Demon in the chat as like a comedic relief because a mental health podcast can be extremely,
It could be
heavy.
s of course,
Yeah.
very, very heavy, and that's one thing
Sometimes
that
we
I
need someone
feel
to.
our podcast will get heavy at times, but I feel like I have such self-deprecating humor, and I just
Mhm.
make things weird so easily that it'll just, like, it's called Depresso Espresso, because that was one thing that I would say
Yep.
all the time, was simply like, "I am depresso, I need some espresso, let's go get some espresso."
Because if you take yourself too seriously for too long, then that's just a recipe for destruction. But if
Agreed.
you if you kind of take the light out of or put light into the situation,
Yes.
then it makes things seem much easier to deal with.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, it does put Band-Aids on the situation as a whole, because, like, yeah, sure, I will fucking Chandler, yes, but, I I do make a lot of jokes in regards to, like, my mental state and my health as a whole, and there's a lot of self-deprecating humor, but that is sometimes just me, like, sometimes asking for help, and sometimes just making a joke, or just me being negative. And I haven't been able to figure out when I need the help and I'm actually asking for the help, and when I'm just being negative, or when I'm just, making a joke to make a joke at the cost of, myself. Um, but yeah. Yeah, doggy, that's literally me in a nutshell. And like, look at Robin Williams. No one would have known. No one would have known
Mhm.
if he was alive to this day, and even if he got the help that he had and was in the dark about it, no one would have known. No one
And
would have
that
known whatsoever. And
that also goes into like it goes back to like stigma as well
yeah, and
because
it really does.
society expects you to hide your depression and whatnot and
Mhm,
your mental illness because it's too daunting and intimidating for them to talk about. So people with mental illnesses learn throughout their life to mask their mental illnesses and to mask how they're truly feeling. So when people are feeling really bad, they feel like they can't talk to anyone. And
mhm,
that's when stuff like self-harm happens and suicide and stuff like that. That's why that's why I love the Seize the Awkward campaign where
mhm.
it's like the conversation might be awkward and it might be tough to talk about, but it has to be talked about.
Agreed.
You have to absolutely bring up that conversation and seize the awkward because if you don't talk about it with someone, then you might not be able to talk about it with that person, you know?
Mhm.
So,
Whether it be them shutting you out or not having a future to talk
mhm,
to them about it,
yeah,
in general. Uh,
because they might unalive themselves,
big ol' Sudoku.
Yeah, big old Sudoku. So please, if you have friends or you are the friend who has mental illness, seek help or help that person. Seize the awkward, start the conversation because more often than not, we need to talk to someone about our stuff.
Hmm.
You know. All right, let's go through these comments.
Yeah.
I think society is possibly the biggest culprit. Yeah, saying just how we need to be and feel and everything is so unrealistic. Absolutely, absolutely.
When
Making
you
someone
don't fit.
judgment to everyone that I socialize with, that I know about all my different problems that I have, or upsets me is that I always get blamed for it and I don't know. Yes.
It's the blaming. Oh
Yes, the blaming.
God.
I know exactly that feeling. And a lot of my mental illnesses stem from society blaming me and self guilt as well because of societal expectations. Society's placing bullying happening too. Yeah, absolutely. Society doesn't let you validate that you can have feelings, be depressed, and talk about it. Go outside, bullshit, just feel better. More bullshit, so let's hide it, and it won't exist. Yeah, because a lot of society has the out of sight, out of mind idea as well. If it's not there, then we can't see it, so everything must be fine. Ignorant bliss or blissful ignorance, rather. And that's why it needs to be more talked about. That's why we need to have uh, a lot more awareness about mental illness because it's out there and a
Oh yeah.
lot of people have it. A lot of people just don't like talking about
Yeah, and that's we definitely need to change the script on that.
it. Hmm.
I mean, I'm guilty of that. I like there,
Masking?
huh?
Masking?
Yes and no.
Okay, go on.
But like as a whole, because I usually look like an absolute like I'm having a Stanley Kubrick moment when I mask. Example of that when I hit crisis point and I came home and I was what's it called, and I was having a breakdown in the car after work because at
Hmm.
that point I didn't need a mask anymore. I was safe and I was in my car and I could just let go. And of course I didn't think about the point A being when I got into my car, and the point B when I got to my house. And I, of course, wasn't thinking because now I'm at that vulnerable state where, all right, I let go and I don't have to put my mask on because I'm home. I have nothing to mask about. And then realize, oh my God, what time is it? Both my parents, who I don't let in, and they made it known, they're like, you shut us out and we want to be here for you, want you to know that we're here and we support you, but you can't keep blocking us out. And I'm working on it. I am working
Hmm.
on it. Um, but with that, I was masking and I wasn't masking and I got home and um my mom could see something was wrong and I went from immediately going to, all right, I'm upset, I'm safe, I can be upset as much as I want right now, to, oh no, I need to start masking. So I immediately started building up the wall and just started shutting everybody out, and I gotta stop doing that.
Mm.
Um, yeah, yeah, no, Fabian, cams are definitely in the future. I look like a bum. I don't want to be on cam right
Yeah,
now.
I
And
also
I
look like a
also
bum.
don't want this to be like all about me or my face. Like this is not something that especially when it comes to mental health, I don't want to be the star of this. It's a conversation, and I feel like the less distractions on cam, the
Mm.
better, because I also don't know how to stay still sometimes. So I don't
Yeah.
want that to distract people. Of course, like when we talk about ADHD and when we get deeper into some of the mental health issues in thickness and in greater depth, we're gonna we're definitely gonna, like, I'll have my cam on so people can see, like, I'll be stimming or I'll be all over the place at one point, etc. But without a doubt, that's gonna come in the future. This is more like an intro, to kind of, just talk about anything and everything under the sun, under the spectrum of mental health as a whole. Let's see, what doesn't help people make you feel stupid when you do talk about things. It's okay to be depressed and not know why. It's okay to be depressed because there's no cookies left. You feel how you feel. Oh, of course,
Absolutely.
110%.
Sometimes there's no specific reason to feel a certain way.
Mhm.
People who have a depressive disorder or chronic depression or anxiety, you just have those days. There could be nothing wrong. There could be no triggers. Sometimes your brain just says, "I'm gonna make you feel like crap today," and you just have to ride through it. Just have to get through that day because
Mhm.
there's nothing that you can really do, or nothing that you can recognize that's causing it. So just try your best on those kind of days.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna pin this really quickly because this is a very, very important conversation to have. So
Mhm.
don't feel some type of way, Fabian. I gotta put this up here. Um, he says, "I'm sorry, guys, in advance. I'm not sure how to handle these things, but know that I'm here and I don't judge." That
Mhm.
is the best mentality to have. You do one. Let me make it known. You do not have anything to be sorry about. You have
Yeah.
nothing to apologize
Mhm.
for. You are open. You are willing to understand. You are willing to learn. You are here when you need to be here. You're making it known that you want to support someone, and
And
that
sometimes that's all
goes
a
a
person needs.
long way, a huge way.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't want to learn. A lot of people don't want to hear us. And the fact that you are able to admit that you really don't know how to handle these things, but you're here for people, that's sometimes that's all a person needs. And you're doing all the right things right now. So you're all good, David.
You are all good. I mean, like lyrical said, like it's completely fine. You are not. Not everyone is. Not every what.
Pixel gamer girl. She I like her little dad joke there. I'm a different kind of crazy because sarcastic and blunt. So nice to meet you, Mexico.
Oh my god, I love it.
I love that.
I love it. Absolutely love it. But no, seriously, this is something that people need to know. It is okay that you don't understand. It's the fact that you're trying to be here for someone, and regardless of whether or not you understand what they're going through, it's the fact that you're open and you're ready to hug them, or you're ready to just listen and just be present in the moment for them. And that is something that means near and dear to me, and near and dear to a lot of people. So it's something that without a doubt needs to definitely be promoted, because not many people understand that you can support someone even if you don't understand,
Hmm.
even if you don't believe in it in some type of way, or if you grew up raised to and don't ask, don't tell, just being present.
Hmm.
As simple as something, um, as simple as something as being like, "Hey, I see you," and
Hmm.
my dad will do that all the time because he doesn't understand, and I also have a habit of shutting people out, and I still do, and I'm working on it. And I've been working on it the last 11 some odd years, and I
Hmm.
I need to work on it, and there's no question about it. But my dad knows when I'm not okay, and he doesn't point out that I'm not okay. He'll just be like, "Hey, do you want to go do something?" He'll redirect my energy somehow if he knows that I'm not okay because I'm stuck in bed or I've
Hmm.
overslept, or he noticed that I have probably haven't eaten. He'll ask me something as simple as saying good morning, or checking in on me, or popping into my room to see if I'm laying down or if I'm actually doing something, or inviting me to watch stuff downstairs with him on the couch. That's what, when I had my crisis, when I came home from work that day and both my
Hmm.
parents saw that I wasn't okay, I hugged it out, I straightened myself out. They gave me a moment to let out all that emotion. I That was the first time in I don't know how many years where I've like been hugged by my mother and cried in
Hmm.
her arms. That broke me, and it still makes me choke up, like right now saying that out loud.
Hmm.
It does hurt, but my dad's like, "You know what? Go get comfy, come back down, sit next to me, and we'll watch this." And he put on some Marvel shows, etc.
Hmm.
And that helped in the moment because my energy was redirected, and he refocused me and just comforted me knowing that he was there, and even though he didn't understand and know how to support me at the time, he knew that he could distract me. He could make me feel okay with something as simple as watching Marvel shows
Yeah,
and movies together. Here, I'm gonna quickly
yeah. Let's catch
yeah,
up
catch
on
up.
that.
Yep. Um, let's catch up.
So Leah says, believe it or not, I have saved people from committing suicide because of all kinds of different circumstances. So I understand a lot about mental health and issues like that. I've been around it all my life.
And that is definitely something that you have to weaponize and use regularly, and it can be exhausting. It, it could be
Mhm.
completely exhausting, and that is okay. You also need to make sure that you are not burning yourself out on behalf
Yeah,
of others. And it sounds fucked up and it sounds cold, but in regards to a situation like
time to
those,
just
you
take
need
care
to
of
make
yourself.
sure, yeah, you gotta take care of yourself, especially if you plan on putting a lot of energy into taking care of other people and making sure they're good. Because I don't know how many times where I've put so many people before myself and felt like
Hmm.
shit afterwards, and not even as something as amazing as what you did, Leah, but simple things will build up and build up and build up,
Yeah.
and then one small thing will break the camel's back and
Mhm.
and ruin it for yourself. And I am such the person to be like, make sure you're taking care of yourself, make sure you're taking care of yourself. And then
Same.
I always forget to ask
That
myself,
mom
am I
friend.
taking am I yeah, I am the mom friend, but I need to also learn how to mom myself
Yes,
and
absolutely.
ask myself, am I taking care of myself? Because
Mhm.
99.9% I'm not.
Mhm.
I'm not. And I need to work on that without a
Yeah.
doubt. Let's see.
So Doggy says, chronic depression, anxiety, and bipolar is a killer in itself. There's days where it's like, F your life, here's how it is.
Yep.
Yep. We
Yeah.
all know that. We've all experienced that.
Oh yeah.
I feel you. I feel you. Um, Damon says, I do try to support, so just know I'm here for y'all. If anyone needs a lending ear, you can DM me anytime. I will listen.
And
Absolutely,
that is
Damon.
he's 100%, 110 with that. He called me when he knew I wasn't okay, and that was something
Mhm.
that made, like, it literally made my day a million times. Actually, he just mentioned it. Um, he's
Mhm.
called me when I needed someone just to listen and
Yep.
actually to distract me, to be honest, because he was just being his kooky self, and he made me feel a lot better just being there and being him while he was trying to go get groceries and forgetting
Yeah.
his mask in the car and almost walking into the grocery store without it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Uh,
Um,
Pixel Gamer Girls says, I tried suicide back in high school. I don't admit that at times. It's easy to have days where you sort of convince yourself everyone wouldn't miss me. I'm a fat stupid girl. I completely understand.
yep.
I I didn't try anything in high school, but I was very depressed and slightly suicidal in high school. I often had those thoughts where it was like, no one would miss me because no one cares about me. I'm just the fat kid. Uh, no one talks to me in high school or in my family. So who would miss me if I did this?
Mhm.
Um, and the answer to that is you always have someone.
Mhm.
Even if you feel like you don't have someone, there's always someone there. Like even if you can't recognize it, because I felt that way before, and I realized that I had friends and I had family that cared for me very very deeply. And if I left them or did something horrible to myself, then I would be affecting them.
Besides, he
As
knows as superstitious as I am, I would get involved in a lot of dark magic, bring his ass back.
yeah, supernatural style. She's
Oh
bringing
yeah,
it back.
I would sell my soul to the devil
Yeah,
for this bitch.
Lyrical says everyone handles things differently. We don't always
Mhm.
want people to say anything. Sometimes all we need is the comfort that
Mhm.
you're there. Yes, absolutely. That's what we were talking about with Demon's comment before. If you're not sure how to help someone, being there and listening is something that helps quite a lot. And a thing that me and Taylor did one time
Oh.
was, yeah, that you and I did one time was, I think you were in the middle of a panic attack or something, and I was like, all right, let's do popcorn stories. Let's write a short story together real quick. to get your mind off of what you're thinking about and do this thing.
Okay.
That's
I don't remember this, but that's my
that's
memory shot.
okay. That's okay.
But go on.
There was one time where we did that, and I was like, all right. I started a short story, like the knight traveled through the forest and came upon something magical, and then you would write the next part, so on and so forth. And it helped for a little bit, I think, because you said thanks for doing this. I appreciate that. And then I think we both went to bed. But if someone does need a distraction, if they come up to you and say, "Hey, I need a distraction right now," try that, or something else you can come up with.
Yeah.
A lot
Just
of stuff works.
redirection is
Yeah,
honestly a very, very, very helpful way to manage an anxiety attack and to redirect a lot of negative energy, especially when it comes to possible self-harm, whether it be like manic energy, depression, anxiety. There are a lot of ways to kind of work around it without forcing anyone into doing something. Um, Sometimes something as simple as like what I used to do with Iden. I used to just straight up climb into bed with him when he
hmm
wasn't okay. And just me being there, like I would be on my phone, he would be on his phone, or he would sleep right next to me. Just having your presence there just is a great aid. You don't have to say
oh yeah,
anything, you don't have to do anything. I mean, there are plenty of times where he and I would just have a miffy mental health day and
yeah.
we would just play video games together or we would chill in a PS4 party and we didn't have to say anything. But knowing that he's there, I can hear him like giggle to himself because he's on Tumblr or nowadays on
The
TikTok
TikTok, yeah.
or
Yeah,
what's it
comfortable
called?
silence is a
Yeah.
running theme in our friendship.
It
So
really is. It really is.
it's just because we've been friends for so long, we can just sit in a party and say nothing and
Oh
feel
yeah, of
fine.
course. I mean, I honestly, it's I feel like it does more for a person just being present than anything else you could do for a person. It's
Yeah,
just being present and not saying anything because you don't need to say something to people 99.9% of the time to show them because actions do speak louder than words. They really, really do. You
yeah,
don't have to drag anybody out of the house. You don't have to force them to do something because especially if it's depression, 99.9% of the time, they're gonna be exhausted. There's gonna be no more straws to pull out of that cup. There's gonna be
mm,
no more energy in the tank. Uh, Sometimes they just need comfort, whether
yeah.
it be just bringing them a snack and hoping that they eat it.
Snacks
If they
always work, by the
yes,
way.
well,
Most of the time.
yeah, yeah, but you also have to be careful of that because when it comes to people being in a very, very bad mental health state, you don't want to, uh, kind of give that to them as a crutch. You always have to be
Yeah,
careful.
yeah,
So, like, tossing, like, a bag of chips at them and or just being like, "Hey, I brought these. If you want them, they're gonna be right here," and just kind of, like, leaving it as a suggestion, um for when they are ready to snack or when they're ready to do something does more than just be like, "Hey, eat now," because then it's just like, "Oh, I don't know if I have the energy to eat or this, that, and the other." Hey, Addie, welcome, welcome. We're just catching up onto
yeah. We gotta catch up,
chat
but
right now. Yeah.
I have
So,
to take Mel out very soon. So let's read through chat
hmm
and maybe wrap up a little.
yeah, of course.
Um,
Let's see.
I read that one. Pixel Gamer Hero says, but now when I get to that place, I tell myself that if I can get through this one day, I can get through a ton more, and it won't be
Mhm.
easy, but it'll be worth it. Absolutely, that's a good attitude to have. I think my wife Pixel. I'm trying to get to like the big messages. See, I wish I had parents that tried to accept it. All I get out of being depressed is, well, go outside. Normal people aren't like you. Are you going to stay in bed all day? That's a problem. Yeah, that's
Yep. Yep.
a lot. That's just people ignoring your feelings and your illnesses.
Yeah.
You're
There's
at
no
home far too often.
validation.
Yeah. Um. My favorite parent excuse: you're using your PCOS as an excuse as to why you can't do things.
Ugh,
No, no shit. Like what?
yeah, yeah. Just like, yeah.
Uh,
Oh God, I hated that invalidation so
yes.
much. I'm just like, okay, cool. So you're validating that I feel like shit right now, but you're not asking like the right question here.
And then I'm down where Addie showed up. Hi, Addie. Uh, okay, Doggy says, I feel you on that one, Chroma. Been there. I disappeared from my parents for like 2 months. I was safe, but yet drowning myself in alcohol, etc. But I have no clue who I was ready to disappear. Um, I don't recall what I was talking about. I don't recall what I was talking about, so I don't understand. I have ADHD, by the way. My memory sucks. So I could be talking about stuff and you could do it. You could comment on something, and then if I didn't look at that comment, I'll be like, I don't remember the last 5 minutes. I'm sorry. but I feel you, doggy. Sure. Yeah, depression runs in my family too, doggy. I feel that. Just want to take a moment and say if there are any women who are single. Oh, okay. I thought he was going somewhere else with that. I stopped real quick. I stopped real quick because I thought he was going somewhere else with that. Is there anyone who are single kids? I want you to know I'm proud of you. You are a hero in my book, and you have a support group whenever you need to talk. Demon, I love you, man. You're amazing.
Dude, what? You stopped, and I was like, is he really hoeing himself out
Yeah,
right now?
I thought he was doing that, and I'm like, wait, he has a wife and children. um, let's see. At a comment today was single mom. She's needed someone. I love you all, and I think you women are amazing, beautiful. Hell yeah, hell yeah.
What about
Who-
Aiden? What about Aiden though? Isn't he
what?
a beautiful little meatball? A wonderful, delectable, handsome little man.
I was talking about single moms. I don't think I'm a single mom. uh,
Oh, I know. I'm just being a smart ass, man. Feel like you're gonna leave. You're not gonna compliment my best friend. Oh, I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
that's right. Why not compliment me, a person who is not
A single mom.
a single mom who's neither a woman or want children? um, okay, I think sometimes it's all we want is to be heard. No, I'm sorry, or want a cookie now, just listening. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes we do just want to be heard. But sometimes an I'm sorry works as well because a lot of the time people try and fix someone or fix
Yeah.
what their mood is currently being, and a lot of the times we don't need that.
Hmm.
Sometimes we need someone to just say, "I'm sorry, that sucks," and that's all we need.
Yeah.
Let's see. My high school experience. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. High school sucked for me.
High school fucking
high,
sucks.
high school absolutely sucked for me because with the 2 year long period plus the identity issues along
Hmm.
with everything that was happening about my living situation, all that crap. Like high school sucked for me.
Yeah. I remember when
um,
you came out to me, and I was like, "Hey, finally, you caught up with us, bro."
yeah, I had a lot of friends that supported me through that. Let's see, where
Aiden's
were we?
cheeks are amazing.
Hmm?
Which
Oh,
ones?
yeah,
Which
which
one?
one's demon? My brain literally can go, wow, I need to make my cooking video today. Cooking, what do I make for dinner? Look a book I haven't finished. Who look at the time, I wonder what TV show is on. Yeah, that's
ADHD.
straight up ADHD. Me too. Me too. But mine is like instead of just going from one thing to another, mine does the whole spiraling, which is like thinking of the worst case scenario from a small thing.
Mhm.
So like the other day I was talking to Cameron and he wanted to go get some snacks from the store before a snowstorm.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, 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 don't do that because then you'll turn your car on and then the storm will start and then you'll skid out on the road and then you'll get hurt and you'll die. It's just like chill. Like my brain sucks with that, but I understand what you mean. Um okay, where are we? I lost my place. The most awesome meatball. Thank you, doggy.
Oh, hell yeah. The best
You know,
meatball that ever meated.
they never meted.
That ever meated. Addie, you're never alone. You're never
You're
gonna be
never
alone.
alone.
We're not gonna let you be alone. You're stuck with all of us, damn it.
I took a long ass nap. Didn't realize y'all would still be talking. How
It's a
long have we been doing
podcast,
this?
buddy boy. That's what we do.
It's
You
only
talk.
been
Nice
2 hours.
try.
I don't talk much because I don't want to feel like a bother. I feel you, but you're not a bother. Don't ever
You're
feel
not a
like a
brother.
bother.
Never.
Um, all four demon. Queenie Chroma, thank you guys so much. The strength you both have to speak about things is admirable and so respected by me. I love you guys. I love you too. And
Love you too.
Thank you.
Love you
That's
too.
why we're doing this, because we want people to be able to talk about these things. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of this amazing community. Absolutely. Love you guys. Awesome job. And I'm gonna head out and eat my pizza. Finally have an appetite. All right, doggy.
Oh hell yeah! Eat while you
Yeah.
got an appetite.
I actually have to take my dog out, so so I have to go.
Oh yeah, the princess. Is
The
it really that
princess.
time?
It's 8 o'clock.
Wow, that was actually pretty good. That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
I think it's a 2 hour podcast. That's a
I
good
mean, yeah. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna wrap it up with a little minor Q&A, or if anyone has any suggestions what they like to see for a second episode, if they want us
Yeah.
to talk
Please
about
please
any
do that.
very specific topic, any specific mental health disorder, or if you want us to get down dirty and personal, and talk about our mental health struggles, I am happy to do so. So feel free, for the 12 of you that are here in chat, drop some questions. I'm gonna
We got
make
12
sure I
people
write them
watching.
down. Any
Oh.
suggestions you have, please, please, please make it known. And for the next episode, which is undisclosed right now, um, we're gonna make it happen for you guys.
Yeah, definitely. Or we'll try our best to. Good night, doggy. I got a question. Okay, Apollo, what's your
Yeah,
question?
go ahead.
Do a show about PCOS. I'll voice join you because it ties into so much. But up to you. We can have like guests,
Oh
right?
yeah, we definitely can.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll do some guest episodes.
Yeah, I mean,
Fit.
the best thing about this, you can have up to 5 people join the lead caster. So I am happy to have any guest
Oh,
whatsoever, um, join up. And what's it called? Oh
and
my god.
I read fish first, so I was very
Yeah,
confused.
I read Fish first as well.
Thank you
Nice,
for relaxing with
nice.
me, guys. Great first episode. I'm inspired for Sunday. Thank you, Lewis. That means a
Yeah,
lot.
no, you're gonna be so, so good for
I
Sunday. I'm excited for you to head this. Plus,
yeah
it was a nice like way for us to kind of test out how well it would do, and so far it's gonna be amazing.
yeah. I'm also really glad that you said it's relaxing because that's kind of what I strive for with most of the stuff that I do personally.
Yeah,
I would love to just be a relaxing voice in the background if you want to do something else while listening or
yeah, and
if
I'm the
you wanna.
crackhead over
Yeah,
here.
she's a crackhead. I love that because I use that personally. Like when I want to sleep or when I want to just play a game and also listen to something, I put like a podcast on or a YouTube video, and that helps me relax. So it means a lot to me to hear you say that this is a relaxing thing for you.
hmm hmm
Demon says, "Good night. Remember, you are all amazing people in each of your ways. I really love getting to know new peeps. If y'all want to just reach out, you guys got this. Thank you, Demon. Of course.
Yeah.
There we
So,
go.
so definitely in the future we'll have a polycystic ovarian syndrome and how that ties into mental health without a doubt. We can talk about a lot of stuff that ties into
Totally,
polycystic
totally.
ovarian syndrome. Um, let's see, what do you guys
Actually,
prefer
Addie,
to?
that's a really, really good question, and I feel like that should be a question of the day.
That is definitely going to be question of the day.
Yeah, I'll write
So,
that down.
yeah, what do we prefer to do to relax when we have
Yeah,
anxiety?
we don't have enough time to talk about it right now, but in our next episode, I think that's going to be the question of the day,
Oh
and
yeah, hell
we'll
yeah.
go like deep into that. So thank you, Addie, so much for that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That is amazing. But yeah, we've got to end it. We gotta let Aiden over here take
Yeah, we
a
gotta go take my
lovely
puppy out.
princess out into the snow. I don't know if it's
Uh,
still snowing, but
I think,
enjoy the cold.
thank you.
Yeah.
I will try.
But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna quickly pull this down. really quickly. I'm gonna pull down this Q&A ticker because it's annoying the crap out of me. And honestly, you guys, we love you all so so much. Thank you so much for joining us on this amazing episode. I mean, it was a great turnout. We had up to 14 people at once viewing. This is amazing. Keep safe. Make sure you reach out to the people that you love. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Drink fucking water.
Please drink water.
Um, and we love you. And
We love you.
it's been fun,
Absolutely.
and I can't wait to do the next episode.
Yeah, I'm actually excited about doing that.
Yeah, this is a great turnout.
I didn't know how well this was gonna go, but I
Yeah,
feel good about it.
I feel great. Yeah, this is amazing. Update: how are you? I'm great now, y'all. Thanks. But overall, thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you so much, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you. We love you.
I love you.
We are out.
Kisses.
Yee!
Tina, don't forget to sub and share.
Yo, yeah, don't forget to
And like the
yeah,
video.
oh
Thank
yeah,
you.
all that. You know what I mean?
JJ.
No, JJ. No,
Hi,
it's okay.
JJ.
You'll
It's
be able to
okay.
rewatch it. It's okay. This episode is for everyone to enjoy
Yee.
in their leisure time. You're good, bro. You're good.
Hi.
Mwah. Hi, JJ. Mwah, 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 mwah. Besitos y abrazos, mi hermano.
All right, we gotta go, you
All
guys.
right. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.
Yee. Bye.
Bye.